We're back, spooky season, and we're gonna talk about fear. What makes you
Yeah.
we're back, spooky
Hold on.
season, and we're gonna talk about what makes you
Fear is serious.
fear is serious.
Fear is serious. And I think everybody has it. Men try to disguise it and act like we don't have it, but fear
Women
is
too
real.
in their own little way.
What happened?
Women just try to disguise it in their own little way too, but it just because we're emotional beings, like it comes out in other ways.
But I think men are a little more because of the ego, the pride, and all that. that Men go about it a little more, a little differently, and they try to conceal their fears and hide it and their masculinity. But
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody, when it comes to relationship and love and stuff like that, everybody has fear. No
So
one
are we
wants to
talking
admit it.
about fear in love and relationships or fear, period?
I
So
think
fear
that
in love and relationships, fear
love and
of love
relationship.
and relationships.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like the fear that makes you insecure and do stupid shit, which we have all done in our way. Because what's stupid in one relationship might be sexy to somebody else.
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact now.
some people, I mean, there's a difference between jealousy that gets controlling and aggressive, but some people like when it gets spicy.
Spicy how?
Spicy, like a reason to be jealous. For some
I
people,
don't
No,
like when somebody give me a reason to be jealous because then I gotta tap into my crazy side. And I don't like no, we're not doing the whole I'm gonna make you jealous or like no, 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 no.
because you're a grown
And
adult now.
you said what?
Because you're a grown adult now.
Yeah, I don't like that whole try to make me jealous because you want to see how far, you'll go for your love. I'll go for our love and I will leave you right by the wayside.
yes, that's me. I've never been into the like. I don't play games. I don't like the games. Be real. Be upfront. Be honest. If we're all into the games and this is what has to be done, I don't need to be there. So I'm that person that's quick to be like, oh, you trying to play that game? All right, deuces, bye. And
First of
Sean
all,
used to always
you say you do chuck the deuces up for anything.
right. Sean feels
You
that
look
way.
at my friend too long.
Right. Like, but that comes down to respect. That comes down
Right.
to respect. Like, I'm not a disrespectful dude. So if I'm dating a young lady, I'm not the type that's gonna be all up in her friend's face and stuff like that. It's an amount of respect. If
Yes.
we live together and your friends are over the house, I don't need to be up in everybody's face. Like this is your time with your friends. Now, if
Right.
it's a situation where we all hanging out, I'm still as your man, I'm supposed to know my place. And I
And vice
feel
versa.
right. And I feel as a woman, you're supposed to know your place and how to interact around my peers and my friends. So everything to me always comes down to respect. And if you can't respect my feelings and the way I see things and the just common courtesy amongst one another, we don't need to be there. So yes, Sean, I am definitely quick to dismiss people.
Yeah, no, I know. I've been riding this ride with you for a long time, bro. We still on it. So, what is your biggest fear, Barbara, in love?
My biggest fear, my biggest fear, and it was so funny because I told Dave what it was just recently. And it had nothing to do, like, we were talking about fear, but then the moment was there because a friend of mine is going through a thing. And I was like, you know what? I I almost cut ties because you're not the man that says I love you, even though the signs were everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I needed some. I almost cut ties because I didn't get the declaration, and I didn't trust myself enough to know that I knew what love was.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I already had that relationship where somebody told me they love me 3 times a day. And looking back on it, I don't think that was ever true, not even one day. So now I have to, like, I think that my biggest fear is that I will let my head talk louder than my instinct. Let my head or my pride or something else talk louder than my instincts, like my confidence.
That's I can understand that. I can understand.
You were there when I was like ready, like, you know,
yeah.
X amount of. You've been on this train for.
Yeah, we've been riding this trip for a long time.
Dawn, you are a conductor, huh?
I'm also a passenger.
Oh yes.
Twisted. You know, I call y'all and be like, what you think about this? And you know why? I call you all the time. Let me tell you what your brother did. What you think? So yeah, I would want to say my biggest fear in love and relationships. I love hard. Yeah. When I love you, I love you.
Yeah.
Period. Like even in a friendship, when I love you, I love you.
Yeah. And your friends are wildly loyal to you.
Right. And it's like, I guess my biggest fear in, I guess my marriage now you could say, and then my friendship is to look, because I'm loyal in my friendships, I guess my biggest fear is not to look crazy. Like, meaning I'm cheering you on and you in the background, like trying to sabotage. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think that's my biggest fear in love and relationships. Like, and relationships is like, you know, I'm on, Facebook. Oh, my husband is the moon and the stars. And then, like he got 12 women that is like, that's what we doing today. Cause he fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will have you really looking stupid in the world.
We most certainly know who those people are.
Yeah, like, so that's I guess that's my biggest fear.
All right. Well, here goes. Look at you. Here goes my biggest fear will probably shock you because it's similar to yours. And I had a conversation with someone on Facebook. Like, I wrote a post about that. And my thing with my biggest fear is at the end of the day, whether it's a romantic thing or, like you said, a friendship, the biggest fear is investing your time and energy into someone that's not real. That's
sincere. Not real. That's not even sincere. That's crazy.
Right. Because 90%, I know in my lifetime, I never been hurt by anyone that I knew I didn't fuck with. Like, if you wasn't my friend, I didn't care. But if you my people and you know me, it's not easy for me to open up.
That's true.
If you're my people and I open up to you, and then I see like you betraying me, nah, it's a wrap. That's why I'm not the person that's easily forgiving people, because, like I said, I put thought into everything. So I put thought into friendships. I put thought into relationship. I don't jump off the bridge and just say whatever is on my mind. I think about it.
Yes.
So the respect, it keeps going back to that respect thing. And if you're not real, and you're not like Sean said, when Sean put out her book, I was cheering for Sean, like, yo, you do your thing, go ahead. A friend would do that.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. If you sit there and you're cheering for everyone else harder than you're cheering for me, I have a problem.
Right.
If you're not excited when I have a win, like my boy Zapata that's up there right now. That
Hi,
brother
Zapata.
Hadley, he just got promoted. He just got promoted. He's a supervisor now.
Oh,
I feel for that brother hard.
congratulations.
Yes, because that man wanted to be a supervisor for a minute. Now he's there. I'm happy for him. I can't be his friend if I'm like, oh, he's a supervisor. He think no,
Right.
that's not sincere now.
Right.
So that goes back to if you're in a relationship with someone and say like you just got promoted at your job.
Yes, I did.
Your man ain't like, that's right, baby, do your thing. That's a problem.
Right. Agreed.
If he has something great happen to him at work and you're not cheering for him and saying, that's right, baby, I know you could do that. I knew you could have did it.
Right.
That's another problem. So, like I said, my biggest thing has always been like being loyal to people that's not loyal to you. That's the biggest fear. Loving someone that isn't sincere and truly loving you. That's one of the fears. So, and like I said, for me, it's definitely not easy because I have been in relationships where it started out beautiful. All relationships, 99.9% of relationships start out beautiful. And then you see what it really is about.
Yeah.
And I tell people, you can have the greatest sex life. You can have everything, but if you're not yoked together, if you're not cheering for each other, if you're not pulling for each other, you really don't have a relationship.
I agree.
Fuck, buddy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree because when I had came from getting the job in August, when I called Kevin and was like, I got the job, I'm the assistant director, and before I got home, the post was up and my phone was ping, ping, ping. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't even get to put the post up first. Kevin was like, congratulations to my wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what, you know, and like we said, you know, love in relationships is not only about a sexual partner. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? I love you for years, Wise. You are my ace. You are my confidant. Like Barbara, same thing. Is, you know what I'm saying? Like I could not see my world without you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny because, you know, when my birthday came, I'm all like homesick and friend sick and like when I like Linda decided to do the surprise Zoom birthday party, like I didn't even Barbara was on there. I'm like I cried because
The whole crew though.
Everybody was there. Like, and it's like, you know, that's what you need in life. A bunch of loyal women that is gonna cheer you on regardless of what. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're wrong, but like you better relax, you better chill, and you know, even reel you back from wrong, you know what I'm saying? And we talk about it and stuff like that. So, you know, even in, you know, friendships, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, it just is so important.
And let me tell you, Barbara, real talk. There has been times where Sean has been like, Wise, stop. I know you're going too hard. Roll it back. That's not nice. You don't have to be like that. like we don't want evil, Wise. We want the loving kind, Wise, because I know how you get down. And she has really checked me. And when I'm saying that, I mean a friend will check you. A friend ain't always gonna be like, even if you're wrong, all right, well, life don't matter. They fucked up. Even if the person was wrong, she would be like, all right, they were wrong, but you're going way too hard. Stop, fall back.
Wait, Kevin told me one time that I was the angel on his shoulder that he likes to pluck off.
You can't be like that though.
I can.
Yes.
I always gotta have the good. He's over here shaking his head. Yes.
Cause Sean knows, like, when I get in that zone, I understand me. And sometimes I just OD, just lose it. And she'll be like, why?
This whole shit.
Why? No, you can't do that. I have been like in the school ready to curse out the principal, punch the principal in the face or whatever. And she's like, your job. And I'm like, fuck that job. I don't, why? You can't do that. Stop.
I had to tell him, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that scenario he's talking about, like, people are going to talk about you if you're doing good. People are going to talk about you if you're doing bad. Either way, fuck them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you cannot, people are going to talk. Like, you know, he was so upset about how the job was going in the politics and everything like that. And I was like, nah, like he would be really upset. And I was like, nah, like, fuck that. And I was definitely the one like, yo, when I hear people saying stuff, all right, read what Raul was saying. He got like a thing. You know, when people were saying stuff, I was like, nah, we ain't doing all that. Do you see it, Barbara?
Yeah. He thought
Oh, yes. All right. Let me jump on this one.
okay.
Me and Raul, we have this conversation. And I know this brother. He's a loving, giving person. So when he feels someone, he feels he's into them. And when he said, yo, Shorty told me, if you love me, the vagina wasn't, I'm like, what? So
no, that's the opposite. If you love somebody, the vagina is free.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We do for each other. It ain't about, oh, well.
Because you have a vagina.
Right. Since you got a vagina. That's why I always told y'all I hated that saying, happy wife, happy life. No, that's bull.
No, happy spouse, happy house.
That's right. That's the correct way. And I told him, I said, yo, you're too good for her. And if she don't see that, and if she doesn't understand, like, you a good dude, just walk away from that bullshit. Because if a person, it's crazy. I feel like if a female tells me I gotta pay for some ass,
like, if a female tell you gotta pay for some ass and you with her, call me. I'm gonna curse out for you. Fuck her.
But you also know my answer to that. I'll be like, yo, you gonna pay for the D? Because my D is very, very valuable.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's good. I know my game ain't no joke. I know it ain't no joke. So if you gonna pay for me, I'll pay for, like, no, it ain't about that. It shouldn't be about that. It should be about the connection we have.
Yes.
And this dude is a funny dude, nice sense of humor. Like, females dig him. So, like, I tell all my dudes and I tell my homegirl, for everyone that's a clown like that, you got another 15 or 20 that look at you the right way. So don't never get caught up in any one person. But
yeah, that's the other thing. People get afraid to break up with somebody who's not right for them. Especially when that person's kind of like, I'm special, not you, Ryan, not me either. But I used to be, like, when I was young, I would be like, oh yeah, but what if that's the only person that's ever gonna love me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we get caught up sometimes. We get caught up in the what if nobody, but it's always someone out there. Let me tell you, I was talking to one of my friends and I told her, she was talking about the lingerie and stuff like that. And I said, if a guy likes you and a guy really wants to get with you, you could walk in front of that motherfucker with a paper bag on. He's gonna be sweating you. He don't care. He don't care.
It is
I always told
when the lingerie doesn't like work anymore.
Right. I always told women, I don't give a damn about lingerie. You're gonna go out there and pay $70, $80 for lingerie, throw on a wife beater in some uptowns. That's gonna turn me on. That's gonna turn me on just as much. That's it. I'm serious. You can look just as good in a wife beater,
right?
As you look in to me, sometimes you look better in the wife beater than the lingerie. It depends on our mood. But
and way cut off denim shorts.
Yes. The denim.
I was like, thank you. You're welcome.
Yes. But that fear, like I said, it always comes down to if you could trust a person, if a person's sincere, if a person's honest and real with you. Like, I'm going to go back again to one that Sean knows about. I was dealing with a young lady. I was level 3 in her school and Sean's school at that time. And I had just became level 3. Mm-hmm. And I started dealing with someone that became a level 3 basically the same time as me. And
right, y'all met during the
right. We can't blow up no names. We can't blow up no names. But this young lady, we connected. We was flirting with each other, doing all sorts of stuff, right? Now, down the road a little bit, I find out that she was married. And I felt some way about that. I was like, nah, I don't do that. Like, that ain't my style. Like, I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me. Now, this young lady felt I violated because I didn't want to deal with her no more. But I told Sean, I was like, yo, listen, she lied to me off rip. Like,
you deflowered her.
I deflowered her. If she would have been honest and said, listen, this is the situation. I'm
here go my husband, y'all.
Relationship, but we're not together. Or if she would have been like, whatever, give me the opportunity and a choice to make that decision. I told Sean, I was like, yo, and Sean was like, yo, you can't tell nobody how to feel. That's another time she talked me off the ledge because I was ready to curse homegirl out and just get like very disrespectful. Sean was like, no, you can't tell anybody how to feel, even if she's wrong. That's on her, and you got to deal with it a little different. But like I said, once again, it comes down to honesty, trust, and being real. And if I can't trust you, if you're not real with me, it only takes one lie with me, and
that's
it's a wrap.
It with him.
It's a wrap. I'm sorry. She calls me Icebox because of it, but I really feel once you lie, I can never trust you again. So I can't look at you the same.
But you know what? Okay, speaking of fear, right? Fear will have you. It's so funny because we're talking about fear in relationships. It's so funny because this just happened to me and my husband blew me up. He's so freaking annoying. So I said not even a little white lie to my mom. Mm-hmm. She was doing something for me. And I just wanted to tell her in parts. Mm-hmm. Kevin called me and was like, you didn't tell mommy XYZ. And I'm like, you told her? So she called me Sean. I did not know, that I was doing XYZ. And I'm like, Mom, and I had to tell, first of all, Kevin went in my phone when she called me. She's calling me. Kevin went in my phone, picked it up. Here's your mother. Like,
oh Lord. No. He's
the worst. So he's trying to gun for the son-in-law of the year award. So and I had to tell my mom, I was like, Mom, I really am sorry, but I just was scared to tell you everything at the moment. And she just was like, all right, Sean, all right. But I really, fear will have you tell small little lies just because, not to mean to hurt people. Now, I'm not talking about the big lies to be manipulative. I'm talking about just, that's my mom. I don't want, look, I agree.
Well, he's right.
I agree because she has my back. She has my back in this situation.
Right. Sometimes, even if you think a person isn't gonna agree with what's going on, or they're gonna feel some way, you still got to be upfront and blunt and be like, "Yo, this is what's going on."
Right, but I wasn't gonna lie to her. I just wanted to tell her in parts. He gets on my nerves.
But that's what it is, and sometimes, we feel we lie to someone to protect them, and you wind up doing more damage.
That's the truth. You can't lie to somebody talking about, oh, I was sparing your feelings. No, nobody. First of all, I ain't asked you to fucking spare my feelings.
Right.
Freaking just tell me the truth. I like relationships where I can be like, yo, let me tell you what I did. And it's no judgment. It's no none of that. It's just straight, listen, this is what it is. And, let's get you back to right kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I like those type of relationships, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband and wife, friends. You know what I'm saying? I just love those relationships where you can just say whatever and it's not a judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight up, just straight up, just, okay, you did that? One day me and Barbara was talking, she was like, first of all, I'm coming with you to hide the body. So, and I know I got that with you, Wise. You gonna be like, yo, you is fucked up, but let me not get in trouble.
Lots of
There's a lot of woods in Staten Island.
Right.
A lot of woods in Staten Island. Don't worry.
So I mean, I like those type of relationships where, on the way to the woods, you can be like, you can never do this shit again. This is fucking bananas. But you know what I'm saying? But we still got each other's back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's important. That's important that you have to, whether, like I said, whether it's a romantic or friendship, you got to have people that all right, we may not agree on everything,
right?
But I got your back.
People agree on everything,
but I got your back. Like you used to tell me, Negro, you a little crazy, but I got your back. Let
me tell you. Excuse this word, but I got to tell you how it really happened. So when we used to have roll calls, he used to be so mad at us. Well, not me, because I didn't do stuff to make him mad. But he used to be so mad at his team. And he would go off. And we'll go back in the office. So you going to keep having nigga roll calls? Okay. You got to stop having these roll calls. And he wouldn't give a shit. Tell the supervisor I said it. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. And I'd be in the office you can't do that. You can't be that way. And he slowed down a little bit. I don't know how much.
Not much.
Not much.
Not much. Nah, I brought that to Staten Island too. But you have to, like, I believe in honesty and being upfront. But the thing that they taught me is sometimes you gotta roll it back a little bit because you gotta deal with different people in a different manner. And like I said, if we down, you're not gonna do nothing to tear me down.
And you know what? My boss now, let me tell you, it's so funny because I found out like a couple of people in the job was trying to sabotage her. She's in her 40s. She's a great person. She's doing the damn thing, right? And I pulled her aside because I remembered when I first started school safety, Nikki, Nikki Wise, she pulled me aside and was like, yo, they're talking about you. You need to really watch the walkthrough. You need to do this because they talking about you, right? And I was like, and I'm fresh out the academy. So it's not like I'm on the job long. I'm fresh out the academy. And they was trying to sabotage me. So like I came down here and I realized that the people that was on the job before me was really trying to sabotage this lady. One Sunday I called, I said, I need to talk to you. And I said, so she has like these little trust issues. You could tell she was like, this is why I don't mess with women and da 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 da. And I was like, no, I understand that because my brothers is the ones I really, 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 really talk to, right? And she was like, it has to be a fine line between boss and employee because I said, listen, like I'm the director. I said, let me tell you something. If we ever became friends, I was like, a real friend wouldn't put you in a predicament where you are, you're telling me something to do, a directive, and I'm like, nah, bitch, we was just drinking yesterday. I said, a real friend wouldn't do that to you.
That's right.
A real friend would be like, you know what? All right, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Or a real friend would be on some old like, yo, I'm not doing nothing to make this lady mad. And you know what? And we're not friends, but we have a mutual, she knows I ran a daycare, she runs a daycare here, and we have a mutual respect. So like, I'm not gonna ever do anything to you to be able to hurt you in any kind of way. Like that's not what's happening, gonna happen. So like, you have to really pick your true friends. You have to really pick the person who's there for you and who will, this is important, who will subside the fears that you have inside.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. And somebody that will not judge you.
Right.
Because it's one thing, especially in relationships, you want to vent to your girls. You want to, like, I have sisters, and that is a super blessing for the one and simple reason.
Yes.
Your sisters, kinda, there's a line. You can do such fucked up shit. And your siblings will, if not forgive you completely, at least come to terms with it and move on.
Right. Agreed.
Like that is a rarity. But you also have to be careful when you're in a relationship about poisoning the well. Who are you telling stuff to? Be very afraid to tell stuff. Because I remember when I was very young, I told somebody something, and later she was pregnant with my first husband's baby.
Hold up. Run that back.
What? Say it again.
I had
I was drinking. Say it again.
In high school, and I got married when I was like 18 in a minute and a half. And one of the people I confided in, that he was like this, he was like that, he was really much sweeter than he looked, and this, that, the other thing. And a year later, he was pregnant with his baby.
Wow.
You ain't whoop her ass?
Huh?
You ain't whoop her ass?
No, but my sister did.
Good job.
One day, my sister, who at the time was about 95 pounds dripping wet, and stands in all her glory, 5'2" tall. She knocked her down a flight of stairs and then dragged her back up by her hair.
Good job.
Punching her like MMA style the whole time.
Good job.
But it was after the baby was born, and I'm sure he was rude.
Yo, listen, you talk about those. We got you.
Good job.
Pictures like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Listen, like I just feel like when when you have fears in friendships, when you have fears in, relationships, especially in love and relationships, a committed, relationship. Like I feel like the person's not supposed to save you, but the person is supposed to come in and make you feel like you're safe.
Yeah.
They're supposed to put you at ease.
They're supposed to put you at ease. I am like that. Like I need to feel safe with you at all times. I need to know you are my safe haven and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if that's for me, if that's not what's happening, that's going to be a little hard for me to stay in that relationship.
And that's a fact. And that's why it always goes back to one of my old sayings to you. I always told Sean, love should not hurt, and it shouldn't. And if I always got to be concerned about what you're doing and who you're doing it with, and I feel if I can't trust you, I don't need to be with you.
Right.
100%. Like you should let me know. Like I should let you know. I'm not naive enough to believe that as a grown-ass woman, you're never ever going to be attracted to another person, or you're not going to think another guy is handsome and good looking and you're not going to look. But looking at somebody and engaging in conversation and my brother-in-law is insane. But if you don't understand,
I just did not see that.
If you don't understand,
love do not hurt. We don't hurt each other in our relationship. Kevin.
Kevin did make it. But you have to understand.
You shit out on the street.
Right. Like, he's letting us know that you into S&M right now, but but you have to be assured of who you're dealing with and how you are dealing with them. And True. You have to know, you have to feel that person has your back and they're down for you and they're down for only you. And you don't have to be always looking over your shoulder or wondering what's going on.
Right.
But that's why I've always been icebox. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. Because I see so much out here. And I've seen, I'm going to put it out there. I have a young lady that always texts me, right? I'm friends with her on Instagram, not Facebook, but Instagram, right?
You're hardly
her Instagram page has her kids, and her husband's wedding picture. And she texted me the other week and was like, yo, could I come get that D?
No.
And I'm like,
let's drink to bravery. That bitch ain't fearing shit.
Right. I'm like, no. Like, nah, I'm good. And I had to tell her, like, nah, I don't get down like that. I'm good. Like, she was like, nah, but we linked up back in the, that was back in the days when you were single, when I was single. Like, you can't do that. Like, and you sporting your man's picture on the Facebook, on your Instagram page, like, oh damn, but maybe I shouldn't have said that. Because now people will be looking. All right, who's gonna watch this page?
Power tool.
Huh?
She needs to teach her man how to operate a power tool.
I don't know what it is, but whether it's intimacy, whether it's friendship, whatever it is, like I just feel I like to me that's
you mean
right.
with her and her husband, or you and her?
What happened?
Because which you said whether it's intimacy or
with them, not with me.
Oh, because I was gonna say no, she straight want the dick. She wants the dick.
Not with me. But my thing with that is, like, I just feel like you violating because you got your man's picture, your whole family up there. And like I said, I try not to judge, but I do judge. I'm not gonna lie, I judge hard body. And I'm like, no, like, so looking at that, I'm looking at a lot of other women like, okay, that's how y'all get. It's no loyalty. It's no loyalty. So if it's no loyalty,
your brother,
I'm not gonna invest myself in that. Yo, your husband is insane.
He's nuts.
But like, if you're in a relationship, right, and you're honest and you're open, like I'm cool with people that have their open relationships and they're honest with each other. At least you giving that person the respect to say, this is what I want, this is how I'm doing this is how I get down.
Facts. I always said that. Listen, if you want to cheat, you want to sleep with other people, tell me. Well, not now, because Kevin's
because you'll kill him.
But if you wanted to, like back before I got married, like if you wanted to cheat or wanted other people, tell me, because you never know if I want the same thing, if I wanted another person. Like, right. But you're not, you know. Kevin, if you don't stop. Well, why is blushing down?
That is all blushing. We are, yeah.
See, I'm not blushing, but I just realized, like, I guarantee my daughters are on this, so I will be hearing it later again.
We love you, nieces.
We love you.
But it's you just gotta understand what you doing, and like I said, you shouldn't have to worry about the person
in any relationship. So let me give you an example. Since my brother kind of like let it all out, I'm gonna let it all out with you. I had a friend, my last relationship. I'm friends with her. We're at a girls' outing or whatever like that. Her sister's there. And she's asking me, her sister, like, whoever really knows me knows my relationship, my last relationship was crappy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the sister literally asked me,
so, went on 8.5 years too long.
Right. Right. Like her sister, who I don't talk to, literally was like, so what are y'all?
I asked you that. I knew you like 2 weeks. What are you?
But you were my pending friend at the time. I don't talk to her sister. Right.
Yeah.
I don't talk to her sister, which means you were telling your sister about my business.
Right.
What you think about my relationship. You see what I'm saying? And that kind of gave me like
pause.
That gave me pause.
That was the thing. I didn't really know you then. I was a client transitioning into a friend. And then I was
And you met him I think you met him too. You met him.
Transitioning acquaintance, low-level friend when you got with Kevin. But the thing was,
no, I feel like it was stronger than that. I feel like it was a little stronger than that when you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it was. You know, you saw me do karaoke, so that means you're like inner circle.
Right. So, yeah.
But I got love stink from Kevin on contact.
He makes me smile. He gets on my nerves, but he makes me smile. Look at him. Y'all was way stronger than that when we started. That's what I said. I said we was
not stink. It was not that stink.
Right. No. Like, you know, and it's just like it just gave me pause because it's like, even if Barbara was talking about my relationship to her sister, you don't expect your sister to come out and be like, so what's going on with you and your husband? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
no
it's
boundaries.
Exactly. And it gave me pause because it was like, And if I don't feel safe in my friendships, I will stop talking. Like I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm not Icebox. I'm not gonna cut you off, but I'm gonna put you in a box. And I'm not gonna tell you much of nothing.
I will cut you off.
The worst thing is when you gotta put a dear friend in the box.
In a box?
No, you just kick the dear friend out the box.
It's gonna break up.
You kick the dear friend out. If I can't trust you, if I can't confide in you, why do I need to be around you? Like, anything Sean has ever told me is still up in here.
And vice versa.
The only time I'm speaking about that around anybody else, if it's myself, Sean, and the brothers, and we're having one of our moments, and we're sitting in our circle.
Kumbaya moments.
That's right, getting the shit out. But other than that, whatever, and even if we were to have a falling out, as a friend, if you were a true friend, whatever that person tells you is still just between you guys. When I hate when people get upset at their friend, and all of a sudden everything that friend said to them, everybody else knows about it. That means you wasn't true ever.
Right.
You hold that back because you never know what's going on. So down the road, you guys might make up and think. But now, once I told you so, and it's out in the public, now I'm never going to look at you the same. And I'm like, oh, I see, I can't fuck with you. So
right.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the whole poisoning the well.
Right.
If I confide in you, you can't hold it against me. Like Sean was my dear friend when Dave and I had a dust up before we moved in together.
Oh, because right. Look, my memory won't even stay consistent for me to remember to tell somebody because I forgot.
Yeah, no, but it was a serious. We definitely did not know if it was the end of the road or the beginning of the next chapter.
Right.
We did not know. And there was a few people I told. My 3 sisters, Sean, and about 3 other girlfriends. And I would name them, but that would be complicated. Right. And I believe that one of them really, like about 2 months later, it was like, look, you are the thing that brings me the most joy. And I can't see starting over looking to find out what I just walked away, looking to find what I just walked away from. And that was a big, big deal. It was kind of like, oh, you caved in. No, I didn't cave in. I had a big come to Jesus moment. A big, epic clarity thing. Was kind of like, because I was like, we're going to move on. I'm going to move on. Right. I understood what was going on, and I did, and it was terrifying. But I did what I had to do, and about 6 months after that, we moved in together. It wasn't like the next week I packed up my apartment and moved in. It was like a whole 8 months later.
Yeah, it took y'all a minute. It took y'all a minute. It took y'all a minute. And when it happened, I was like, ah.
Yeah, and I didn't want anybody to be all, ah. I just kind of like, you know what? Packed my stuff. My lease was up. Boom. I did it. And it was terrifying. It was the scariest thing because, you know, when you give into that, like I really had the swinging single girl setup. I had the bachelorette pad. I had a
Kevin still want his meatballs dinner.
Huh?
Kevin, please still want his meatball dinner.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Fly to New York. Come to New York on November 21st. And you will see me cook because I'm having a family dinner and you know y'all's family.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I understand how you felt, Barbara, because this is Kevin's first time and y'all first time hearing this. Transitioning from
it takes a long time to get the single thing right.
Yes. And transitioning from that to engaged, then married, that was a rough transition for me in my head. Like I had all sorts of fears because now it's like it's this next level thing. And if this don't work out, then I'm gonna be on Channel 12 News. So it's like I really needed to kind of like, it was really hard for me in my head. That whole transition, my heart, it was fear, it was everything because I just did not.
We're not talking to you, Kevin. We're not talking to you.
Right. I'm talking to the people, right? So it was really scary for me because it's like, remember, when you get married, then it's like, okay, you have to like put this person's feelings into consideration. You have to kind of, it's a whole different level. When you boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah, you do that. But when you're a married couple, it's way different. And it's just like, I was really nervous. Walking down that aisle, I was nervous. I mean, I was ready for it all, but I was very, very nervous about the transition of me now having to, you know, kind of sort of submit, if you will, and, you know, take my cape off and give it to someone else kind of thing. It was scary. That was scary because it's like, look, I was never scared. Like and you know, but I get it as a strong woman. As a strong woman, it's scary to go from, okay, now I'm going to relinquish these rights that I have. I'm going to relinquish, you know, just being, you know, everything to my family, my kids, in life, and now give it over to my husband. And that was a very scary process for me. She's still the boss.
But that scary part, that like so you could imagine why. Because once again, like I've been divorced.
He's even Marshall all of a sudden.
Yeah,
I've been divorced and single for more than 15 years.
Oh, okay. I was single for, honestly.
And yes, I have dated.
15 years.
I have dated, but I have seriously been divorced and single for like a long time. So, and I always tell people, I'm not afraid of marriage. I'm not afraid of commitment, but it goes back to, like I said, that fear is you giving yourself to someone that's not real and not sincere in what
that's a fear. That's real. That is so real. Like, it's like you just don't want it when it comes to being married, and you know, y'all been married, divorced, I'm married, you know, whatever. Barbara's about to get married again. Like, like
I want to congratulate our friend Randall Tovey for becoming a justice of the peace.
Stop. He's a justice of the peace? Really? Oh.
State of New Jersey, if you are in New Jersey and you need someone to marry you, he can't be the groom, but he can be the officiant.
Like, honestly, like, that is a big thing to give up, like a big part of your life that you have to kind of leave behind and transition into. When you're transitioning to a new life, a new world, that can leave you with a lot of fears. And sometimes it'll have you sabotage, not me, but it will have you sabotage everything that's going on. And it could be good. But just because you are scared of what's ahead, like you can sabotage everything you got going on.
Well, I think that's my thing. I'll see. I'll admit, I don't myself, but that's just because I don't trust no one.
But everybody's not out to get you, bro.
Yes, they are.
No, the fuck they not. You better stop.
I believe that.
Find you a righteous woman.
I don't think there's any such thing.
She's got to be sex positive. She's got to be.
Sure.
You heard
I'm just being honest.
You don't think there's such a woman?
She's out there. There's a list for
out there.
She's out there. She's out there. She's single. She's wondering.
Listen, she said there's a lid for every pot.
Yes.
And some of those lids make the pot boil over. Just remember that.
No, we want a pot that makes you boil over in a good way.
Yes.
When the pot boils over and the gravy spills on the stove, you wind up having to clean that shit up anyway. So, I'll figure it out. But like I said,
I want you to figure it out when you can't fuck anymore.
I hope I'll be 100 still doing my thing. So.
What you gonna do?
Old wrinkle ass and everything. So. But I'm just saying, like, I've seen so much and I've witnessed so much and I've experienced. Like, I dated a girl. Damn, I don't want to put nobody on blast, but y'all always bring it out.
Don't say her name.
I ain't gonna say her name, but she's gonna know who I'm talking about.
So,
like, she swears up and down to this day. I never did nothing behind your back, and I swear Jesus and the disciples and everybody need to come down and because I don't believe it. I believe, like, when we were parting ways, I feel she was already maneuvering and doing what she was doing. She swears up and down.
Wait. Now, if y'all was parting ways and y'all was, we
were still together. I was still in the house with her.
That's different. But if y'all was parting,
no, shit's off. You don't get.
But she swears up and down. She's like, no, that's all in your head. But I know things. And people were coming back, dropping the jewels.
She's an idiot. She don't know how to cheat.
I knew what was up. No, because you could tell when a person.
You could tell she's an idiot.
A person switches up. A person switches up. But
let me tell you something. It's a known fact that we cheat better than you guys do.
Oh yeah, and that's the next reason.
We just didn't give a fuck at that moment.
Right.
Because if she really wanted to keep that at bay, trust me, she would have got away scot-free without you knowing.
Well, it was at that point, so I knew what was up. But also like women cheat very well, but everybody tells on themselves. Trust me, because no matter how nice you are. No matter how nice you are, you're going to change up something. And I'm a very observant person. I pay attention to everything. If I pay attention to a woman's feet and everything, I pay attention.
You get on my damn nerves.
I like, so I really pay attention, but sometimes that shit is for the best. So I don't even feel no way that
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I observe everything, and I think that's part of our police training. I believe as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I observe everything to the point it's almost sickening to people. But I think that if you found out about stuff towards the end of your relationship, she didn't care.
No, she can't. She tried to cover it up, but you can't cover it up when you're doing dirt around other people that knows me too.
But that's what I'm saying. If she really didn't want you to know, you wouldn't have known nothing. She wouldn't have did it around other people. She would have went to Alaska to cheat and came back to Staten Island and got in bed with you.
Right. But it's all good. It's like I said.
Oh, and I am telling you, if you are a guy and you think that your woman is cheating,
it's over.
Cheating.
Huh?
Did you cheat?
Yeah, no, I know that. It is
vice versa.
Complacent, and that's the worst thing that y'all do is get complacent.
Well, damn, I'm getting ready to put too much out there, but our whole thing was a whole different situation. It wasn't about complacency or anything.
I'm not calling you out.
No, I'm just saying it's about, sometimes it's about family structure.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about, like I said, if you yoke together. And our thing was, we weren't connecting on one level. And her answer to me used to always be like, yo, the sex is the bomb. And I'm like, that shit don't mean nothing to me. If this part isn't working, that part can't work.
I agree.
So after that, I really started looking at a lot of other relationships, I think. Yeah, a lot of other prospects. I would be like, nah. And Sean would be like, come on, why is she? Nah. And I wasn't even giving, because like I said, that trust issue was there. So now it's like, if you do one thing wrong, it's a wrap. And Sean used to be like, you're insane. People are human. People make mistakes, wise. And I would be like, I don't make mistakes.
No, you protect your heart.
It's a difference between protecting your heart and just freezing it, like you freeze your ovaries to wait for a baby to fucking come.
I don't think that Wise's heart is frozen.
I don't think so either.
I think that Wise's heart is in a glass box in his chest. Like not glass, like plexiglass. And somebody's just got to get the right set of tools.
Let him come.
Open it up. And it's on. And you know what? She's going to be a super lucky chick.
Because my brother is a sweetheart and he spoils his women. He has an icebox, but he really do love. When he love hard. He do.
But that's what makes, like, the three of us, when we love hard.
Right. I feel when you love, you have to love. You have to put it out there. But everybody can't get it. Like, I'm going to be honest. Some people, it's just a smash and dash. And some people,
smash and dash is hilarious.
And some people are like, all right, we could build the future. We could grow old together and rock together. And some of them, that's what it's about. But sometimes you have to understand, not everybody's for that. What's up, King?
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
You gotta go to bed.
All right.
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
All right. We love you, King.
They love you.
That's right.
Look, where's your glasses? You blind as hell.
But
Made from like Kevin's DNA clippings.
yes,
It's
100%.
crazy.
But people gotta understand, like,
Come on, man.
the intricacies of love and caring, and if you can't, like, things you did when you were 19 or 20, you shouldn't be doing when you're 50. So
40, 50,
right.
you just shouldn't. Like all of those things, if you're still doing stuff from your 20s that you're doing in your 40s and 50s, you didn't grow up.
Mm-hmm. What did you say, Barbara?
Same message.
Barbara, turn up that microphone, lady.
Your heart. I'm drunk now, so.
Oh, okay.
Your heart gives you the same message.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When you're 16 and when you're not nearly as close to 60 as people think you are.
But all right, your heart could give you the same message, but your brain.
Oh no, your brain. Okay.
Your brain should be better.
Different.
Right. You should be a little more mature, a little more like, I should know nowadays at 53, get ready to be 54, that okay, she got a nice body, but that don't mean you got to sleep with her. Where when I was 19, I'd be like, damn, that body is banging, I got to get that. So it is a difference, and you got to understand who you like. I'm a person. I don't like overly loud, obnoxious women at all. I like women that's, you could be friendly and outgoing. It's a difference between outgoing and outlandish. So,
First of all, you saw my post that I put up on Instagram. I'm a whole fucking hyena, so I don't know how to fucking women. Like I didn't.
But you're outgoing. It's a difference. You're not a hood rat.
No, but it goes to my comedy shows,
Mm-hmm.
and I talk about being single and how good, bad, crazy, and fucked up it was. And then, like, the last couple of jokes are totally about him. Like, he is the butt of the jokes at the end of my set. And nobody is laughing harder than him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Kevin's like, says who from the Bronx? Yeah. It's the voice of the Bronx. I was like,
I'm from the Bronx, yes, but I'm a Jew from the Bronx. Okay.
That's it. And even with the thing of being scared, it has to be the right person that brings that
all too calm.
Right.
Yeah.
That calm out of you, and they'll let you know, like, all right, you could trust me. I'm there for you. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna disrespect, because I'm one of those people, like I said, everything to me is about respect. Like,
you know what's crazy? You're right. I was on the way to work, not to cut you off. On the way to work, this girl was talking about how her man was always some station in Georgia. This how her man was always making comments under Instagram models and all of this other stuff. And she was like, her man was saying she was insecure. And she was like, I'm not insecure. She was like, wait, she goes, because nobody really want his dusty ass. I'm just like, she said, it's about the respect. You have a girlfriend and you're under all of these women's posts talking about how beautiful they are now, all of these other things. And it's like, she's like, where's the respect for me?
Right.
If you want to do that, you know what? Go on Pornhub, go on YouTube, go on whatever site you want. Pull up the face of your dreams, the body of your dreams, the tits of your dreams, the ass of your dreams. And yank until your eyes cross. Have at it. Go ahead.
Yank.
But do
Until your
not,
eyes
do not. I follow you on Instagram. It's okay that you like the Kardashians. It's okay that you like this one, that one. But do not send them fucking comments. Don't shame me.
Right.
And that's basically what she was saying. She was like, you know, and he was basically on the show trying to like they have the show where they tell a girl something and the guy is, or vice versa, is quiet to hear what they got to say. So he basically wanted her back. So they was trying to woo her before they tell her that he was on the air. And she was like, I don't want your dusty ass back. She was like, I'm done.
See, because
she was like, it's about the respect.
Right. People don't get it. It's all about the respect. You don't want, like I said, you could be a person, like you're human. So you're gonna think somebody else is good looking. You may be attracted, but also part of being a human being is knowing how to check yourself and knowing like, all right, I can't step over this boundary, and certain things it's out of line. So once you get out of pocket, you already lost me. Like it's no coming back from that. Like if you with your man, or if you're dating somebody and y'all sitting out and you get a nice looking woman that passed by, he may look at her, but if he looks at her and he's commenting and he's just blatantly disrespecting the fact that you're right in front of him, he completely messed up. Right. And now that causes the next problem. So you have to understand your situation. And like
these men, bro. You better school these men, take them to school.
And I always been that guy that has been like this. Like I was dealing with a young lady, and she's always like, "Yo, would you smash that one? Why are you always asking me who I smashed?" I said I would never ever ask you what man you would smash, because first of all, I don't want to know. Second of all, to me, that's disrespectful for me to sit there. I don't give a fuck if it's Halle Berry. I don't care if it's J-Lo or any of them. Don't ask me what I smashed, because you're a woman. You don't want your man sitting there saying he'll bang any woman. I don't care.
I agree with that.
The realness is real. So you can't. I shouldn't be stupid enough to be like, oh word, yo, J-Lo got a fatty. I would get it. And you will know I would never, 99.9% of a chance, I would never meet J-Lo anywhere. But still, the fact that I disrespect you enough to sit there and say, yeah, well, I'll sleep with J-Lo.
No, we have a pass. We have an absolute pass. It's a very clear thing. If for some reason Mariah Carey deems Dave worthy,
oh, you'll be all right with that?
Have fun. Yep. You know what? Cover with whipped cream and cherries on top, and just do whatever she permits you to do.
I just have never been attracted to Mariah Carey, but okay.
Really?
No, my man did her drapes.
So he met her in person.
In person.
No, I've met her in person too.
And,
but I just
and it is.
Now, Alicia Keys, that might be a little different story. But
you and your brother, here go your brother's comment. Let's wait for it. Wait for it.
It does change from week to week. It could be Jason Momoa. It could be Lenny Kravitz. It could be anybody that's ever married Lisa Bonet. Or it could be Tom Hardy. But it's whatever. And saying right back at me, if that opportunity comes your way, do what?
I knew it.
God will allow.
But see,
when you're done.
It's just I never want to know. So I don't even ask. I always say don't ask shit you really don't want to know. So I
That's
don't want to
true.
know.
That's true. If I'm asking, I really do want to know. If I don't, yeah.
That is woman 101. Don't ask what you want to know. What you want to know.
And like I've had females ask, well, young ladies, here we go. I forgot you hate females.
Oh, you female all night.
But I've had women that would ask me stuff like that, and then if you honest, be like, yeah, oh, I always do. You wanted to fuck that. I'm like, well, why would you ask the question if you really didn't want to know?
Didn't want the answer, yeah.
Right. So it's but it all comes down to trust, honesty, and honestly, it's gonna be messed up when I say it.
Oh,
y'all
shit.
gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
Oh shit.
But I really don't like in 2021, going on 2022, there's not a lot of sincere. The women are just as bad as men now.
I agree with
like,
that.
I used to think like people try to make it seem like only men cheat. No, women are out here going hard. Like it's no discretion anymore. Women don't care. Women don't care. Like they'll let you know. Like I've had women just blatantly be like, "Yo, I ain't looking for no man, but yo, we could hook up and do whatever." And that's just the times we're in right now. So
agreed.
But I don't know. I'm not saying it will never happen. Hopefully it will happen. Hopefully I'll find that right one.
You will if you just melt that. Let me get a blow dryer and melt that heart.
But I really don't think I swear I really don't think I got an ice box.
No, I don't think you got an ice box either.
Headley looks at me like I just don't believe in nonsense. I don't believe in nonsense. Like I'm not gonna take the BS.
None of us do, but you gotta believe in second chances too.
Second chances for what? No, it ain't no second chance. No. Don't do anything. Like, all right, I'm gonna give you her scenario, Barbara. She goes, what if the girl is in the club, she had a couple of drinks, she got a little tipsy, and she made out with the guy and things happen. I said, what if you know you're in a relationship, you don't allow yourself to get so tipsy that you don't have control over yourself? I don't believe in that drunk stuff anyway. What you do is what you do.
I was in a bad marriage for a long time, and I went once a month with my girls to the clubs. And I went to the crappy clubs, to the fancy clubs, to the Copa, to the China club, to this club, to, all of them. And let me tell you, I was unsatisfied at home in every way. You know what? I went home faithful.
And that's what I'm saying, because that was your choice.
Right.
Because it was a choice. It was like,
right.
I knew that there was one thing that could fix it, and it was not my getting it someplace else.
Right.
I knew what could have fixed on my end, what could have fixed my relationship, and it was not me starting to fuck around.
Right, and people choose to
one
cheat.
more problem.
People choose to cheat. So I don't believe in second chances, because if you cheat,
that is definitely a choice. I agree. That's definitely a choice, because the moment
I've never tripped on the sidewalk and fell in a dick.
Oh Lord, get ahead, Wise.
That would be a beautiful thing for me to be able to walk down the. I don't think I want to trip into any vagina, no, because not all vaginas is worth tripping into. So nah. I don't want to do that.
First of all, nowadays you can't play with people's feelings. Like,
right, that's my point.
In 2021, there is no regard for life. There's no regard for nothing. People fucking kill you for that bullshit nowadays.
But let me ask you, Sean, when you say the second chance, what are you giving the person a second chance for? What is the what is the scenario? Give me a scenario.
Love you right.
Give me a scenario.
Right. So let's just say your mate is dealing with something internal that they never cleared up.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying cheating. I'm not saying cheating. I'm just saying maybe they're fucking up in the relationship, whatever.
How are they messing up in the relationship?
However you consider fucking up in a relationship, I can't, I'm saying like say what?
It's a wide range. Like, go ahead.
It is, but a fuck up is a fuck up, right? If you're unhappy because of these person's deeds and doings, it don't matter, big or small, right?
Right.
So I'm saying, say that person really, not that they really don't mean it, but say like they really needs to clear up some stuff inside. Just like you know, like your icebox, and you don't trust people. Say a girl really, really, really like love you. Say you found the girl, she really love you, she's dedicated to you, but you're still icebox, and you don't trust her, and she's showing everything in her power that you can trust her, and then you come to realizations. Maybe I've been an ass, and maybe I should, start trusting her and doing better. You don't think you deserve a second chance? It's because you're really just dealing with stuff.
All right, hold
it's
up. Let me give you the answer. All right, the answer to that is, all right, I meet a young lady. She's a real good person.
She's Mother Teresa.
But due to my insecurities and
inner stuff, insecurities.
Due to my stuff, I'm not embracing her the way I should. Do I deserve a second chance? No.
You don't believe you deserve a second chance?
No.
Everybody deserves a second chance.
Let me explain why.
Because let me tell you this. Say you go in the midst of everything, you go to therapy, you fix that icebox, somebody blew a blow dryer and it melted all of that away, and you're good now, right? You back to life when you got married.
Forgiveness.
All right, but I'm gonna break this down. Watch, and you're gonna have to understand.
We're over an hour, and I do have to settle down my house.
Overtime.
I do have to settle. We are in overtime. I have to settle down my house, but I want to hear this. Go.
All right, check it out. In that situation, the reason why I feel that person doesn't, or me, whoever, don't deserve that, is because you wasn't ready for it anyway. Don't try to get into nothing if you're not ready. Get yourself right before you try to get in any situation.
I agree with that to a certain extent.
I know, like I said, I know my fault.
Not ready.
Huh?
Sometimes it just comes to you when you're not ready.
All right, if you're not ready at that point, let that person know.
But sometimes, but sometimes you could be dealing with stuff and don't even realize, like, damn, like it takes a couple of things to happen before you be like, damn, I really don't think I was.
Sure, how the hell don't you know you don't trust nobody? I know me. So I'm not
even talking about trust. I'm talking about just dealing with your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
If you're dealing
sometimes when you're dealing with your stuff, you don't even realize what you're doing to other people. Sometimes you're a toxic person and just don't realize it until somebody like break it down. Like, yo, you did this.
Okay, that's true. So my quick answer, because we got to get off in a second, is it's on that person. If that person has it in them to say, I see something in you, I think that we can make this work, that's their choice. But now if that person is like, nah, fuck that, I tried, you didn't reciprocate, I ain't trying no more. I can't be upset at that person because that person gave it their all and I messed up. I wasn't right. So
next Next week, this is going into, like Barbara said, this is going into forgiveness because you have to forgive. You have to forgive because sometimes
you don't have to forgive.
No, but you know what? You can look if you're really, yeah.
Speak to the person ever fucking again.
If I'm not speaking to you again, that means I didn't forgive your ass.
No.
That means I forgot you.
That's not true. That's not true. Because, bro, I forgave the false prophet. You know who I'm talking about.
The false prophet.
I'm over it. But I'll never talk to him again. And before me and Kevin got together, like, he inboxed me and was on some old, like, you know, I want to see you, blah, 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 blah. And I told him, I said, let me tell you something. No.
In 2 weeks, you will hear what blah, 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 blah means.
And in 2 weeks, I'm going to explain to everybody why she shouldn't have spoken to the false prophet anyway.
Ever again.
Right.
Let's do it.
Ever
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I love you guys.
Love you guys.
Forgiveness.
Love you guys.
Forgiveness is key to the inner peace.
I'll work on it.
Forgiveness is key to inner peace.
Forgiveness is key to inner peace. We all need to
You say forgiveness, I say forgetting.
Never. My mother's perfect advice. And my mother was married her entire adult life. From 20 years old till death.
Mm-hmm.
Her thing was, you cannot forgive unless you're willing to forget.
True.
That's true. And that's my point. But we're gonna speak. I'm gonna remember that because we gonna.
She was married. She was married to Grandpa Smash and Dash for 46 years.
We could talk. I want to open with that one when we come back in 2 weeks. You can forgive, but all right. That's a good one.
Let me tell you something. It's a part of Barbara. I'm gonna have to bring up the Bible in this because it's a part of the Bible.
Definitely a Bible-centered woman.
It is a part of the Bible. Forgiveness. Forgive and forget. Let's get it. 2 weeks.
But you already know how your brother feels about the Bible, so that's a whole nother story.
Barbara too. Barbara too.
Oh, we there, Barbara. There we go.
Barbara's there with the Bible. So I'm coming.
All right, 2 weeks.
Forgiveness.
All right, everyone have a great one. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Bible informed in 2 weeks.
Yes,
all right,
indeed.
have a good one later.
November 4th, happy birthday.
All right.
And Nina, on November 4th, you won't be listening, but we love you.
Peace.